Hello, hello. Welcome to the Chamber Chat. I'm Executive Director Grace Spees here with my famous cat with a cone. Thank you for joining us on today's Chamber Chat. We have Lisa Rigby with Woven Clinic. How are you today, Lisa?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. So, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to give your tips first?
Oh, how about we talk about our tips, and maybe I could talk about Woven Healthcare Clinic and what we do and who we serve. And what I'll do is I'll give you guys out there some tips. Just to give you a highlight, I don't know if you know this, a little fact, but up to 50% of diseases can be prevented. Yes, you don't have to get high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity. And so I'm going to just put a little few tips. I know that's not the sexiest topic to talk about, but I think it's important. And I'll also tell you a little bit about the clinic and who we serve.
Awesome. Well, you just slice right into that because I know, number one, employees, employers out there, we lose time. We lose precious resources when we have someone who's out or when we're out sick ourselves. So I think it's a wonderful topic that is, leading us into the holiday season.
Okay, well, just a little bit about Woven Health Clinic. We have been in the community for like 28 years, and our mission is to provide affordable, quality, comprehensive healthcare to those people that can't afford it. And so for us, who we're serving are people that are uninsured, which is about 25% of the population in Dallas County, and those that are underinsured, meaning there are a lot of people that have insurance but they still can't afford to use it. And that's about another 25%. So you've really got half, 50% of the population that really doesn't have access to affordable healthcare. And I bet many of you have small businesses. We're a small business. I know that. It's so expensive, right, to try to provide your employees with healthcare. So I feel like Woven Health is part of that solution. We're very unique. We're not like any other type of clinic that you're going to go to or doctor. And I hope by the end of this, you kind of see how unique we are, and also have a few tips on how to stay healthy. That's important. We really, at our clinic, we want you to stay healthy. We want to see you and make you healthy. We don't just want to see you when you're sick. And today, most people, they're going to put off going to the doctor. Like a lot of people, they have to be practically dying or going to ER before they will go to a doctor. And ideally, you want to be seeing your doctor ongoing and staying, and your doctor is actually keeping you healthy. So that's kind of what we do. So what questions do you have for me?
So, yeah, I first of all want to just piggyback on that. It's one of those things that I encounter a lot just in everyday conversation of, going to the doctor is expensive, but again, waiting until you have to go to the ER or not taking care of yourself is also expensive. Eating organic or making healthier choices, taking that 30-minute walk. Organic can be a little more expensive. Taking that walk may not be your highest priority, but people don't realize how much those little things can offset those expenses. So tell us where you're located, who, obviously you mentioned, uninsured, underinsured. Who's your market? Who do you mostly serve, and what area of the Metroplex are you in?
Okay, well, where we are right now, we're actually at One Medical Parkway, so in Farmers Branch. So if you know where Dallas Medical Center is, we're in Plaza One, and we have been here for, like I said, 28 years. We are going to be opening a new clinic that's going to be located in Carrollton, in the Carrollton Regional Medical Center, in the December timeframe, and we're super excited about that. And we're looking to add additional clinics. Right now, we serve adults. And we are looking at children, but it's adults. Most of our patients are low income. However, we're getting more and more calls from small businesses that are really struggling. So we are looking to expand that so that we can try to reach out and help. A lot of our patients, for example, work at restaurants or they do cleaning, or they're doing construction or other types of jobs where they don't get insurance as part of their job. So that's where we are, and that's who we serve. And I think you'll find, like you mentioned about staying healthy, let me tell you guys, it's way cheaper to take that quick walk. Eat your vegetables. I know that's hard to do. I struggle with that. Get moving. Go see your doctor, get your screenings, get your flu shot. Yes, get your flu shot. That's super important. Those are things you can do that will keep your health bills down long term. Watch your weight. I personally, this is an area I struggle with, but I'm working really hard to try to eat healthier, get more exercise. At our clinic, we spend almost 35-40% of our time not just taking care of you when you're sick. We want to really partner with you for a plan to get healthy, stay healthy. And in the long run, you will save thousands of dollars. If you're an employer, if you are helping encourage your employees to stay healthy, and so how can you do that? Okay, if you bring in food, try to make it healthy food. And I understand that's a little more expensive, but there are good options. Try to do that, because in the long run, it will pay off for you as an employer. Your employees will be healthier. Spend a little bit more money to bring in some healthy food. Think about more protein. Maybe it's breakfast tacos as opposed to donuts. Simple swap. Allow them to go walking. Maybe encourage them, get a group to go walking at lunch. We did that here. We had a group that was walking the stairs, walk around the block, maybe take your lunch to park. Farmers Branch has some amazing parks, and the weather's, pretty moderate right now. So maybe encourage your team meeting to be outside, pack a healthy lunch and go to a park. These are all things as an employer, you can really make a difference with your employees. I know there are some employers that actually will even pay for like a health membership, and I know right now that's maybe sometimes a little hard to encourage them, but health memberships, health club memberships, eating healthy, making sure that they do have the ability to go to the doctor. Those are all really important things. I'm going to tell you right now, none of us can afford to have a heart attack. None of us can afford to get diabetes. It easily averages $500 a month for the medications. So those fun things, eating healthy, get moving, see your doctor, get your screenings for cancer. Cancer is one of the #1 killers in America. And you are much better off to get your mammogram, do your colonoscopy, get those screenings, okay, so that if you do have a problem, you find it early and you can get it taken care of. Make sure you get your lab work. One of the things that shocked me was that over 33% of Americans have prediabetes and don't even know it. So we did in our clinic a study. If we do the blood work, if you're pre-diabetic, we work really hard to get you back to that normal level so you don't get full-blown diabetes. And I'm going to tell you that easily 30% of our patients can move back to the normal level. Small tweaks. You don't have to be a marathon runner. You don't have to lose weight down to a size 2. Just small changes. Instead of having dessert every day, try having it twice a week, right? Try to add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. Reduce your fast food. If you can, don't drink soda and don't smoke. That's one of the big things. And even alcohol, right now people, I feel like alcohol, and a lot of people are drinking a lot more. I understand that. But honestly, we need to watch things in moderation. You need to really try to keep those things in moderation.
Yeah, those are some good tips there. And I have one to add of my own because I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I make my coffee a little sweeter than it probably needs to be. So we could probably all lighten up on the sugar, the creamers, some of those things. I'm not tough enough to drink it black yet, but somebody recently accidentally drank a sip of my coffee thinking it was theirs. And they're like, whoa, that tastes like dessert. And I'm like, that's how I like my coffee. So like you said.
I think you're right on that. And think about if you're going to use a sweetener, a lot of the artificial sweeteners aren't healthy. A lot of people think you can use those. If you are going to use an artificial sweetener, though, stevia is one our registered dietitian will recommend. But what you have to be careful of, and what you're saying is great. I've tried to go drink my coffee black, just haven't been able to do that. But if you want to put something in it, honey, a little bit of honey. It's a natural sweetener, and honey actually has a lot of antibiotic type, really good for antioxidant qualities. So I'm with you. I've struggled I like my cream and sugar with my coffee too. And I've been trying to reduce that and do much less, a little bit at a time. People will use the artificial sweeteners, and what they don't realize is the more sweet things you eat, it's like you crave it. You start craving more things that are sweet. So the fewer things you can add sugar to, you actually get to a point where you don't want things to be that sweet. And that's really the goal. But I'm right there with you. I struggle on my coffee because I have to have my coffee. Actually, coffee itself without the cream and sugar is really healthy for you, especially if you don't do more than, say, 2 cups in the morning. Coffee is actually good for you. It's gone back and forth with the research, but the research right now is saying coffee can be good for you. And I'm so glad, because I don't get through my day without my coffee. Same thing on wine. Like we give our patients this assessment, and it's 16 questions. And it's all about like how much fast food you eat and how much exercise you're getting and what's your stress level. But one of the questions was about wine. And when I took it, I realized, oh, wow, I probably can drink a little bit less wine than what I'm doing. And that was a big eye opener to me. And so I made conscious efforts to kind of cut back, on my wine. So my personal rule is I try not to have any wine Sunday through Thursday. And then, if I do have it a little bit, maybe a glass or two on the weekend. But those are things you can do. When I tell people, you don't have to totally give up everything you like. And, like I said, run a marathon. You can do small changes that have big healthy impacts on your life. And a lot of these diseases that we see that kill people or really damage the quality of your health, like cancer and diabetes and hypertension, a lot of these diseases, the majority of them are lifestyle. They are created by our lifestyle. So by making these changes, you can really protect yourself and save a lot of money, have a healthier quality of life, and save a lot. Nobody wants to get diabetes, right? Nobody wants to have a heart attack. So I would just tell you those are things. We also at our clinic, we are doing cooking classes. We're moving our cooking classes to online. So a lot of it is learning to cook healthier. And so if you go to our website, you'll see we have links to some of that. We also are encouraging people to get out and take a walk, just one walk a day. Just a walk around your neighborhood will make a big impact. Getting in nature itself, if you watch a lot of I'm a big Sanjay Gupta fan, and some of the things they do in these other countries like Japan, they take nature baths. You know what a nature bath is?
A bath out in nature?
No. We don't want anybody getting arrested for taking a bath. It is actually where you just go for a walk. Like we have a nature reserve by our house, a park. It's a wooded area, and it's the city owns it. I try to go like 3 or 4 times a week, just for a short 10-minute walk. Anything that gets you out into nature, where you're looking at the trees and the flowers and the birds, it helps your stress level. It literally lowers your blood pressure. They've done research studies that show before you do your nature bath, when you come back from that, I mean, people in Japan pay. They get on these buses and they take them to these beautiful areas to go hiking, and they actually take their blood pressure, their stress hormones. They test them before and after, and it really makes a huge difference. So, just take your nature bath, go find a way, but don't get arrested. I don't want anybody like actually, trying to skinny dip in one of the city parks or anything like that. But go for your walk. See how you enjoy that.
Go for a walk, do it with clothes on, and maybe even put your phone away.
Oh yeah, that's definitely another area. Social media is just a big stressor for everyone. Turn it off, get away from it. For me, I'm on it all day due to work. I try not to get back on it once I get home. I'm done with it, especially at night. Sleep. So sleep is another key thing. people do not realize if you are not getting good sleep, that damages your immune system. It makes you much more likely to get a major disease or to get sick. So turn that media off. Don't have your phone where you're checking it all night, right? Put that media, social media, your phone where you can't see it, and actually talk to people. Find someone to actually have a conversation with, cook your dinner together, relax. Those are all things you can do that have a tremendous impact on your health.
Absolutely. And I can testify that I'm one who, I started this maybe a couple years ago, but I will actually shut my phone off at night so that it can't zap me. It can't zap my wrist with my watch or ding. And I do notice that when I have all the electronics shut off, that I sleep better. I read somewhere that like even your Wi-Fi router, if it's near your bedroom, can affect your sleep. And I don't want to get into all of that craziness, but at the same time, you don't wonder what are these things that are sending out, waves and electricity just, doing. I don't know that we fully understand the impact. And I think that we're starting to get a hunch at, the negative impacts of social media and just cell phone use or electronics use on health. But I'm sure it's only the beginning of the iceberg.
I'm glad you can turn it off because so many people struggle with that,
Yeah.
and so it's really important. Does it help your sleep? Do you find you sleep better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, I've
Yeah.
been doing this for a couple years, and I even have a routine of, I'm pretty accessible running a chamber. I usually work 6 days a week, even Saturdays, but I have dedicated Sundays. Phone is off. You generally can't get a hold of me. You generally can't find me unless you know where I live. Once in a while there's an exception, but I have found like, whoa, bringing back the good old days of Sunday and taking a nap or doing something creative, as opposed to just spending another day on my phone. I do that enough for work throughout the week, and why not have a day? That's a big step for some, but you can start with a 4-hour chunk of it being actually off. It's a crazy idea, but it does make a difference.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, Grace. I really do. I mean, part of it is stress, right? Not only does it help your sleep, but your stress level. So at our clinic, we have integrated mental health care. So you come to our clinic for chronic disease, preventative health, but women's health, but we also do basic mental health. We screen, diagnose, and treat depression and anxiety, the two most common mental health problems. But the biggest one is not depression or anxiety, it's stress. So a lot of us suffer from really high levels of stress. And what you're saying, being able to change your routine, get off the social media, take a day to relax, those are things that are so important to help lower your overall stress level. When your stress levels are high, it's another factor that makes you more likely to get sick or to get a chronic disease. It has a negative impact on your overall immune system. So any way you can find to lower that stress level in a positive way, like what you're suggesting, just relax, get off the social media, take a walk, listen to music. Those are things that are really beneficial and will make a difference in the long term, in your long-term health. So I applaud you. I think that's great. And as an employer, like we all need to think about ways to help our employees lower their stress levels. Because, I love my job. I'm like you. I tend to work like 6 days a week. And what I've tried to do is when I'm off, I try to be off. I try to find those times to relax. Sometimes in the morning, I try to get up and start my day with a little bit of exercise or stretching. And even just 5 or 10 minutes of quiet time, whether it's you want to do meditation, you want to do prayer, whether you just want to sit there in silence, just quiet your mind. And all of those different things can really help you be more healthy. And then, think about bringing someone in to talk to your employees. If you're an employer, that's another thing that you can do. You can bring someone in to kind of just give tips to your employees on how to manage stress. I love it.
I'm gonna add a
You're
little bit more of my own 2 cents. I feel like, a lot of the conversation that we're having, it's not new information for probably most of our listeners. So, the next thing that we just encourage listeners to do is at some point you have to choose to take the things, the head knowledge, yeah, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't eat that. Yeah, I probably could, go to bed a little earlier and not, troll social media for an extra 30, 45 minutes, hour, get lost in the TikTok. But you have to make a choice. At some point it comes to, you can know what you need to do, but you have to start doing it. So I just want to encourage everyone out there. We're going into the holidays. I understand it's getting colder. Some of us don't like the cold as much as others do, but fact of the matter is, take a 10, 20, 30-minute walk and, drink a little extra water. So again, at some point we have to make the conscious decision to shift. So thank you for sharing all that, Lisa. Let's take a few minutes and let's talk about your event coming up. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, so we are having a virtual awards celebration, and it is tomorrow, Friday, at 11:45. And if you go to our website, you'll be able to get more details on it. We're very excited because we're giving 2 awards out to 2 people in our community that have made a tremendous impact. I'm sure many of you out there know Charles Heath, the CEO of MetroCrest Hospital Authority. He has been a huge force for 30 years, over 30 years in our community. MetroCrest Hospital Authority with him and has given millions of dollars to different charities, nonprofits to make an impact. And so we are very excited to give him our Community Impact Leadership Award tomorrow. So I hope you can join us to help us honor Charles. We're also giving the Lair Lifetime Achievement Award to our medical director, Lisa Condry. And she has just been another force of, first of all, really dedicating her life to helping take care of women in the underserved. She started a charity, a nonprofit in Africa, and then came back to the United States and said, what can I do to help people here? And she is the force behind our clinic, the architect of not only treating disease, but actually working with our patients to help prevent disease, having this integrated comprehensive care model. Wonderful person who's had tremendous impact in healthcare. So, you can visit our website. It's going to be very short. This is not an hour-and-a-half thing. It's like less than 30 minutes. You'll learn about Woven Health Clinic and the type of care. Our patients get so many different resources, from lab work to being able to see a registered dietitian, mental health, the physician, cancer screenings. We just bring so much care together for our patients. And you'll learn about that. You'll learn about some of the impact we've had on patients. You'll get to see us give the awards to Charles and to Lisa Condry. And I invite you, if you have 30 minutes at lunch, to please join us. And I also wish that everyone listening has, a wonderful holiday season. I love this time of the year where we really can be thankful for all of our friends and our family and our good health. And, it's just a wonderful time. If there's any way that we can help you, just let me know, reach out to us. I think this is a great forum to really be able to share information. So I appreciate you having me here.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you having me here.
Thank you, Lisa. And for those who are listening or watching this on replay, the website is below, wovenhealth.org, 2020 Healthy Community Awards Celebration. Again, that's tomorrow, November 6th at lunchtime. At noon on the dot?
No, 11:45.
11:45.
11:45, and then it will be done by 12:30. So if you join us, it will be done. It's a video. And I think if you join, you'll be pleased. You'll learn about this, and you'll be able to help us honor Charles Heath and Lisa Condry. So really appreciate it. Appreciate everything that the chamber does. So, you have tremendous leadership, and it has helped Woven Health Clinic, great partner in our community. Many times I get wonderful recommendations from the chamber. We're a nonprofit, but we use a lot of businesses out there. So really excited about the businesses that are available in Farmers Branch. It's a great community. We're just so excited to be here and be part of it.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's the heart of, from my understanding of chambers, we are the connectors of community, and having good healthcare resources for both residents, for, even those who may be an employee in the area and it's more convenient to pop over to Woburn Clinic or to one of, our own healthcare facilities, can be even better than having to drive back home in the middle of a day or take time off. So thank you for the resources that you all provide. I know you guys give generously, to your patients, to your staff. So we're grateful to be a partner with you, Lisa.
Okay, sounds good. Let's have lunch and go for a walk one day.
Awesome. Sounds great. It's an 80-degree day, so let's do it today, huh?
Okay. Thanks so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you all for joining us for this chamber chat. We will continue through the month of November, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. and Thursdays at 10 a.m. on Facebook Live. You can always review the replays later and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you for joining us, and have a great day.